learners, welcome to the session. CSS properties. Yes, a CSS property assign a style and a behavior to your HTML element. If you want to target any of the element and you want to change or give a color, border, margin to that element, you have to make use of the properties of that element. Similarly, we have one of the very important property of all type of elements, that is a color. So in this session, we are going to learn what are different ways are there to put the color, or what are the code that you have to write if you want to play with the color shades in your website. So let's get started. There are also basically three different methods of providing color. First, RGB format. The full form of RGB is red, green and blue. Means the combination of these three generally also creates a color. So here also you can decide how much red, how much green and how much blue with the numbers you want in your color or comprise that color. This to define the color value by taking three arguments ranging from 0 to 255. And what will the value from 0 to 255 will be the value. So this just look like, as you can see on your screen, H1 with a color property, that is RGB format, 80, 64 and 20. Now what color is this going to form, that we can only see when we are going to implement this. Okay, so this is one of the method. Let's try that. To try this, I'm again here on my VS Code and I'm going to this time provide one of the file name, and that file name is going to be color properties.html. Okay, then just we don't need this navigation bar. I'm going to put, yes, this is the code. Now after that, what we want to do here is we want to provide the color. So we want to provide the color to, again the heading, okay, H1, fine. To this H1, what we want to here write is a heading you have to write. So I am writing color properties with RGB format. Okay, the RGB format. How we can do that? Let's go. Provide a style tag. Inside the style tag here, you can just first target. I'm targeting H1 and I'm providing the let's see, instead of background color, let's go with the color only, that is the font color. Okay, now RGB. Inside RGB here, provide whatever color code you want to, 67 and 23. Fine, semicolon. See here, the color that randomly I have just picked this, and it's going to show me here which color it creates. Suppose I change this to 0 and this is darker color. Okay, also what you can do is take your cursor onto that, move here, it's a palette, complete gradient palette is given to you, and choose it from there. This code will automatically change. See, like that. Suppose I wanted this beautiful color. Okay, let's check this. Go live. And here you can see the color properties RGB. So we have just put the RGB color property. Now what is the next? So the other method, let me show you first. The other method is by providing the hexadecimal notation. Hexadecimal notation is nothing but one of the code. So I'm just going back to VS Code, and here I'm taking one more H1 tag. Inside that H1 tag, what wrong did I do? Yes, okay. Okay, now this time the color hexadecimal code. Okay, provide a hexadecimal number or code. Okay, so let's target this.
This is again H1. No, we cannot do like this. So let me make it H2, or otherwise we will have to put the selectors. Okay, so H2. I'm just going with this H2. To this H2, what I want to provide is again the color I want to provide, and in this color I want to give in double quotes hash sign FF1789. Randomly I have picked this. Okay, maybe I'm doing this mistake. Yes, okay, done. So this way, see, this is also coming something like a pink. Okay, I don't want to go for pink, suppose blue I want, or this way here. So as you select, the code changes here. See, again suppose you go for something like a red, the color code changes back to blue. This blue, all the color code changes. So you don't need to worry about all these color codes. Okay, this is the beauty of your VS Code. Is going to prompt each and everything like this, which will help you a lot in creating your website. See, this color has changed. So this is the second method of providing the color. Now also what you have is HSL. Now also what you have is the third method. What is the third method? That is HSL. Stands for hue, saturation and lightness. How much you want. So in this particular session, in this particular scenario, also instead of RGB, you write HSL. That's it. Let's try that. This time I'm taking H3 to this H3 HSL. Okay, and provide with what color do you want here. So for HSL, the hue and the lightness, but one problem, we don't have the H3 tag. So first create an H3 tag. Okay, this is H3 tag. We have created the HC color HSL. Okay, cool, done. Now let's see. Okay, now that's correct. Okay, so here again the same method. If you want, you can simply go and grab a color of your choice like this and take this. First save it and take it to live, and here is some kind of a brownish color is there. Okay, so H1, H2, H3. In the first one we use RGB, the second one is hexadecimal, the third one is a hue and a saturation with a lightness, HSL. So these are the color properties that we use in CSS.